All right, so we got a quick one because usually I wait like a week or so to play with a unit before I want to rank them, but I'm so sure of Ban's ranking, I don't even think I need a week. Okay, the one character that I really had to, you know, play a little bit more was Arthur, because Arthur released 2 weeks ago. 2.5, right? It's been like half a week since Ban. 2 weeks before Ban was Arthur. 2.5 weeks ago. And if you ask me, like, where I would put Arthur before Ban released, it would be like here. Not even kidding. Of course, things have changed. Things have drastically changed. So, first of all, before going into the only 2 new characters, so this video will be shorter than usual. Usually I make these videos like 20 minutes. But maybe like 8, I don't know. I don't know why this unit is still here, but let me move down Green Merlin. I don't know why she's still in God tier. She's not even that good in PvP anymore. And the only use I see for her, other than linking with like base Ascular if you want to have an extra ultimate, is like if you want to use the strat of using her in the back for the new demon. And so if she is going to be only used for that, I think she should be in the same tier as the units that you use in the front. Like Green Demon Mally, Liz. So I'm moving her back down here. And I'm moving up, sorry Merlin. I asked in the latest video if people agree that she should go up. Even though Ban has come out and we're seeing a lot of red units in the meta, the Emilia Merlin Goddess Liz team is still, I would say, top 3 best teams in the game. The Emilia, okay? Emilia, that's all I have to say. Emilia is just something else, and yes, Ban is amazing, but there is a counter and it's called Emilia. So I'm actually gonna make a video on the Emilia team later tomorrow, using it on geared against Ban teams, and yeah, Emilia is just phenomenal to face Ban, and of course with the Emilia team you're generally using Merlin, although you can use other options as well. But Merlin's phenomenal. You don't just die with 1 hit as well, which protects you from Ban. In general, very good. People don't want me to bring down Sauriel from Broken, so I'm gonna keep him there. Most people said that it's not only because he's good, but also his link is phenomenal, and I agree. Having Sauriel as a link is just absurdly good. I did want to move up, obviously, 2 units. Red Grimoire, big boy. Got into S tier alongside Gil Thunder. I feel like it's respectable. And yes, he rises. I don't think he's good in the front, so I'm not giving him God tier or anything like that. But on that Bond team, you know, your boy Twigo is phenomenal for it. So I have to put him up to the S tier. Twigo, the big man. No specific downgrades I really want to make. I really want to try out using Green Valenti with Ban. I just don't have any resistance gear anymore for her, so I'm actually working on that. And then when I do have that done, maybe next week. I want to make UR gear for Twigo. So I think I'm focusing on that first, the UR gear for Twigo, and then I'm gonna make resistance gear for Valenti, because I care much more for Twigo. And then I'm gonna check her out. Might bump her up, but I'm not so sure. And not really any other units I really want to move up. I mean, thinking of putting King up just because he's good for the Anvil farm, and I think I will. But that's about it. It's just the Anvil farm, but he's so good for the Anvil farm, and you basically need him if you want to, you know, really have the optimal Anvil farm every week. So I'm bumping him up because of that. But that was about it. I was thinking about bumping up Kyo, but really, Kyo is really good. But the more I use him, the more I think that Grimoire is better on the Bond team. And if I'm not putting Grimoire here, I'm not putting Kyo. But Kyo is phenomenal, obviously. He's like in the top of S tier. He's just by himself. He's just like, really, Kyo's attacks are very weak. When you really like sit down and use him, you realize how he's very weak. He doesn't tank very well either. He's really just there for the ignites, and that's about it. I really hope they make a new unit that has Kyo's passive, like a very tanky unit with like 150% crit resistance. that has Kyo's passive and that people can actually get, right? Because I know a lot of y'all don't have Kyo, which is unfortunate because Kyo is one of the most fun units to use. But he's like a very exclusive character, which is annoying, right? So I hope that they make one day a passive like at least similar to Kyo. It doesn't have to. Ignites is just. I'll say it doesn't have to be Ignites. What they can do is put like. They can put like defense lowering. Maybe that'll be too strong, but yeah, Ignites is just so good because you do more damage to them, right? If you have like full stacks of Ignites, you do like 60% more damage. Plus, the more Ignites they have, the lower damage they do to you. It's just such a strong combo. But I hope they one day make a character similar to him so that more people have access to it. Anyways, I talked enough about other characters. Let's talk about the boys of the hour. Arthur. I'm gonna reiterate. If you asked me a week ago, I would say he's mid. He should have released 3 years ago. But now, obviously, this man's god tier. It's just so good. Works perfectly, obviously, he works perfectly with Bond. They made him for Bond. Arthur was literally, he really came from, he came from Bond's womb. That's how it went, okay? If allies are humans, increases max HP by 30, obviously, you do more damage with Bond the more HP you have. And if you have more HP, you tank better. So it's a double buff, right? And then you also increase damage dealt by 20. It's like you're increasing damage and then you're increasing damage again. It's like they went so like far and ahead with this Arthur just for Bond. And then his attack card is okay, but this taunt card is just, I don't know why, and I don't think this should be a thing anymore because it's been so long that Arthur has come out, but I swear, every time someone that has 5 ultimate gauge attacks Arthur and loses their ultimate gauge, it's almost every match at this point. People still haven't caught up that if you attack Arthur, you lose ultimate gauge. People that use Arthur attack by Arthur and they lose ultimate gauge. I don't know how they can do that, but taunts has damage reduction. The only thing I would say, no, the taunt, having 1 turn, the first one can mess you up if you don't get it for the second turn, but the taunt having 2 turns on level 2 is just so good. It's like, oh man, imagine if Estarossa had his counter last for 2 turns on level 2. That's basically Arthur, because yeah, you're not countering back, but you have so much damage reduction, you're taking off their ultimate gauge, they really don't want to attack you. They really don't want to attack you. So, it's a phenomenal unit altogether. It's just so good. Obviously, again, a week ago, if you ask me, it's mediocre. But now, he supports literally one of the best units in the game. Like, come on. Come on. And you don't need Arthur to make Bond work, but you want to have him. You know what I mean? You want to have him. Like, you want to have him. Bond is just absurd. Like, he's so good for PvP and PvE. Like, I literally made a video today on PvE. Like, I don't think that they make PvE activities hard enough so that you can't use Bond. Like, there's of course those new tower stages where it's very gimmicky, like, oh, if you do damage to me, you take damage back. There's that. But it's like, oh, even still, like that one that you take damage back, if I just use Bond and Last Killer and like HP buffers, I think I can just kill them super easily. It's like, I don't think there's content in the game, PvE wise, that can do anything to Bond. He has so much HP because his buffs is on HP. Unless there's like, you know, they remove buffs and stuff like that, but this cannot be removed. His passive, he buffs his own HP every time he gets ultimate gauge, and this cannot be removed. Cannot be removed. Because it's not like a blue buff, it's like a gray buff. So it can't be removed or anything like that. So he has so much HP and he does so much damage. It's just, it's like, he's like the one, if the one tanked, pretty much. And he has an AoE attack. And he has an AoE ultimate, which the one's ultimate is basically AoE at like 6/6, right? But like, Bond's ultimate is like the one's ultimate, but it hits all 3. If you have 6/6. If you don't have 6/6 and they don't have an they don't have a buff, it's not as hard that he's gonna hit, but He just hits incredibly hard. At 1/6, if you have him like built up with like a level 2 blue card, Arthur, and you know, HP buffers in general, Twigo, you're gonna do some serious damage. You cannot give him anything else than broken. He's just way too good. They made an anniversary character on Bond. Like, these two characters, I think these two characters, right? Elizabeth and Bond are literally game-breaking characters. You can tell me, oh, Askren hits really hard, but I wouldn't say he's a game-breaking character, no matter how many titles on YouTube I might have made saying that he is. He is just a very good DPS unit, right? Elizabeth is game-breaking. She made a revive, which was something that wasn't in the game. Like, it's just broken, right? It was literally broken. There's a reason why Elizabeth is the most used unit in PvP until last week. I don't know now, maybe Bond will be now. But Elizabeth until last week was the most used unit in PvP across, like, both versions, I'm assuming. They only really made the metric for JP and Korea, but I'm assuming global is the same thing. And there's a reason for that. She's stupid. And then Bond is on that same level where he came in and he created a new form of playing the game. Like, these two units, they are anniversary power units. And I'm very glad the second anniversary unit is Bond, because Bond is a goddamn cool character. He looks amazing in game, and I'm just very pleased that they made him like that. He's a DPS character, which I much prefer over like Goddess Liz, which is like a support character. Well, you can also consider Bond a support character, right? Because he gives HP to the allies, so I don't know. He's a double up there. He's DPS and he's a support. Well, yeah. So far, that's it. I was thinking of moving Hauser up because he's good with Bond as well, but really, 8%. It's not that much, you know. There's nothing else really. I was thinking of also bumping her up, but really, yeah, I can bump her up. I think that's fair. Like, she's really good with Bond as well. Don't believe I have made a video using Easton yet with Bond. But she's red. You can use, of course, her with Bond and Arthur and Twigo, and you're getting, you know, the clans from her card and taking off ultimate gauge is pretty nice. But yeah, let me know anything that you want me to change on the tier list. Of course, I hear the comment section. I've seen that 0 people have complained about Zeldris, and I am almost considering bumping him down just because I hate him. I mean, I think I should put Blue Zeldris down actually. Blue Zeldris is just not very good, man. He's just not very good. Even in PvE, he just kind of sucks. Sad. One of my favorite units in the game. He was one of my favorite units in the game. So yeah, I think that's it. Because these bottom units I don't really consider it that much. I think that's it. Oh, my video on Daldry Ash's Gods here. Nah, I'm kidding.